Hey Sagittarius, so these are your July messages, whatever comes out. Sorry, I'm kind of not prepared here. I did have some water spill during the Leo one, so. For Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and... Jesus Christ. Sun, Moon, and Rising, what do you want them to know for July? Sagittarius. Sun, Moon, and Rising. And that is my dog chewing on a bone next to my butt, so I apologize if it's noisy. For Sagittarius. Okay, the stars in the reverse, why is that? Overthinking something that didn't work out for you. Sorry. Definitely in your own head here in July. Could have an illness pop up. Okay, so just please keep that in mind. If it's not an illness, it's just like a mental fatigue or something like that. Inner conflict. Lots of inner conflict here. You are in the upright, so I don't feel like things are terrible. It just might be like you're overthinking it, or things don't feel like they're moving in the right direction, you know, something like that. Maybe you're trying to cope with like multiple things and you're just, you know, overwhelmed. I have to wipe up this water, guys, before it ruins my cards. There we go. Sagittarius for July. I'm getting lots of fives, okay? Lots of fives. That is change. But I do see some sort of conflict here, and it feels like it's inner conflict. It doesn't feel like it's somebody, but let me take a look. No, you're trying to get out of a situation. You're trying to like drop the burden of a situation, but I feel like you are maybe dealing with so many things, or you're dealing with, you know, some sort of mental issue where you can't seem to find some sort of relief. Yeah, too many directions. It's literally saying that there's just too many directions you're going in right now. For Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay, so there is an opportunity that will come hopefully in July. If it's not July, it's going to come shortly after, okay? It looks financially, gets you sort of out of your funk, but it's very small. So it's like just enough to sort of get you over the hump and make you go, oh, thank God, you know, I was really concerned that I'm not going to see anything, you know. So it's just like just enough to trigger that that happiness in you again. I see you getting like some sort of offering as well. What is this offering? Might get a new job. Might get a new position. It has something to do with your finances for sure. So that little tiny token is going to turn into something else. It's going to be like a snowball effect for you. July for Sagittarius. Why are these stuck together? There is an earth sign in your energy, and please don't be blinded by this person, because I don't necessarily know that you guys... I'm seeing a pearl. I don't necessarily think you guys are on the same page. There's a lot this person doesn't disclose to you. Now, I don't know if they're doing that out of the kindness of their heart, or if they're just like crappy person. I'm not really sure. Yeah, they're hiding stuff from you. Sagittarius for July. Who's this devil for Sagittarius? Who's this devil? Could be a Capricorn, not necessarily. Somebody who's telling you that there's a lot of options. Oh, shit. Okay. So if you are involved in somebody who's a little bit toxic, they might be telling you like they have other options, sort of like leading you to believe that you're with somebody so much better than they are. That's not okay. If this is somebody you work with, they might be like, yeah, I have other options. Like, I don't have to be your client. I don't have to be your boss. I don't have to be, you know, your business partner. I don't like it at all. This is going to leave you feeling really crappy. Now, if this is you with opportunities to meet somebody, you're single, you're looking, you're on the prowl, the next person you meet is going to be extremely toxic. Please be careful. Heavy on the earth sign. Sagittarius, come July. You have an air sign here, Sagittarius, that is, I don't think you're even in communication with this person. This looks like somebody you've known for a really long time. They're trying to like manifest you back into their life for some reason. Yeah, I don't see that happening. I don't think you even know this is happening behind the scenes, to be honest with you. Who is this Queen of Cups for Sagittarius? I'm seeing a really cool, funky hat for some reason. And pearls. I'm seeing lots of pearls, guys. Who is this Queen of Cups for Sagittarius? This person's crying. So they're very emotional. This could have been somebody you were involved with at some point. They are focused on their income, but they're so focused, I think they're losing track of any sort of connection you two have, whether this is family member, or lover, or anything like that, okay? It looks like they're giving up. Continue for Sagittarius. Why is death in the reverse? Yeah, so for those of you that are involved with somebody, come July, it doesn't really look that great for you. It looks like that person's just sort of giving up. You were their 10 of Cups. They wanted to see some sort of change with you. They didn't, and they're just sort of drifting away. For those of you that are not involved, I have to tell you, July is not your month, okay? I wouldn't even be attempting it. It looks like you have so many people trying to come back as it is. You have so many people still caring about you, or trying to ruin your life, like whatever that looks like. But the people that are coming in, that are new, don't look very successful, okay? Sagittarius, come July. No reconciliation. If you are involved with this water sign, I do not see you guys fixing the problem come July. No. Nope. They have a very heavy heart, though. Just know that. Anything else for Sagittarius come July? Things being exposed. It's going to kind of put a halt to everything for you, and it has to do with business. I feel like this is very specific to some situation. Like I said, it could be like one specific client, one specific case. I don't feel like this is like all around what's going on. It's saying here, hold on to your money. Like don't be spending it. It's not a good month for spending. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Why is the Fool here? I'm seeing a solar system. I don't know why. Okay, be really careful with starting any sort of arguments off the cuff in July, like something where you just feel triggered and you start a fight, because it might force you to have to leave a situation, whether that is with a family member, whether that's with a work person, you know, something like that. Just be careful. Mind your temper, basically, in July. Why is the Three of Cups in the reverse? If you are dealing with more than one person, Sagittarius, I feel both of them are moving out of your energy. Okay? Heavy on water and Aries. Doesn't have to be. Both of them are kind of like, you know, I'm over it. Sagittarius. You might owe an Aries money, by the way. If it's not an Aries, you owe somebody. It could be like somebody you have a child with. It could be, it feels like a woman. It doesn't have to be, okay? I do see you owing somebody money. I do not feel like that relationship should stay intact. I feel like if you owe them, you should pay them. And maybe they owe you. This could be vice versa. Like, take that in mind. But I feel like after that whole, whatever happens with, you know, whatever you guys owe each other, it should come to an end. It should not, like, continue. It's not a good connection. I see somebody walking on the beach trying to clear their head. I see something very inspiring happening in July for you, though, too, as well, where something you thought, like, was over and done with comes back around. It helps you. It, like, triggers you to, like, you know, want to do better. It triggers you to want to take better care of yourself, to put a little self-care in. It's nothing major, but it's, like, just enough to kind of, like, get the ball rolling again. What is this? Heavy on the Pisces. I don't know why that is. Maybe you have Pisces in your chart. It could be something very spiritual. It also could be a trip, like a last minute trip, okay? For Sagittarius, for July. Working on your pentacles. But there's something that's causing you to hold back something, like you're afraid of the outcome, so you're not really allowing the process. What is that? You need to get out of some sort of situation with else a client, a business partner, a work situation. You need to kind of get out of that situation. Like, even if you feel like you can't, you need to. You're going to see a lot more success when you walk away from it. People are going to find you very charming in July as well, but hot-headed. You will be making some sort of major decision, something you are really at a crossroads with. Has to do with a relationship or spirituality. Now, a relationship doesn't mean necessarily a romantic relationship. This could be like a new business partner. This could be, you know, a new guru, like something like that, okay? Tell me more about that, please, for Sagittarius. Clear, direct communication, something that's going to, like, kind of resolve or bring some sort of closure to this. Somebody you had a hard time moving away from, somebody you really kind of, like, couldn't tell whether or not you wanted to work this out with, okay? So I'll give the example of, like, maybe at some point you talk to somebody about starting a business or them coming on board with your business, and you know, you're really like, geez, do I want to share this with somebody, you know, something like that. You will have a change of heart come July. Now, of course, guys, I'm terrible with timing, so please don't take July as, like, you know, the end all be all, because it could be August, it could be September. I'm just, like, awful with time, and I am trying to get better at it. Yeah, this decision is going to give you this, which is when we happily move on with our future, where things start to brighten up, where things, like, feel more comfortable. Be really careful of any sort of flings you would have in July. Just be really, really careful. Somebody wouldn't be disclosing something. Could be anything from an STD to being married to anything. Just be really, really careful. This is not something that's long-term. This would definitely be only a sexual encounter. If again, this is not, if you're like, wait, I haven't had sex in 27 years. The only other way I can look at this is that there's a court case that doesn't go in your favor. It was something you were super passionate about, and you are going to come out of money, okay? If that's the case, by the way, if you were to, in July or August, right, if you were to lose a court case and you take it back to court, you'd be more successful. So that's another thing. But also, for those of you that are looking to move, or are looking to else buy a home or change your living circumstances, even if you're debating on moving in with somebody, something like that, I feel like in July you're going to see more clarity in that situation, and you may find the dream home. You may find, you know, exactly what you're looking for, as far as like I said, maybe you were debating on moving in with somebody, maybe you were debating on moving to another state. You'll gain clarity, and you'll be able to get exactly what you're looking for. And I do see when you make that move, your finances will improve as well. Okay, anything else for Sag? And I'm going to end it here because I'm losing my voice. I do see a very large expense happening, especially for those that are doing any sort of renovations on their home. Be careful. It's going to turn out to be a lot more costly than you think. Yes, somebody thinks you owe them money. So, Sag, all in all, this doesn't look too bad or anything, but I would be careful towards the end of the month for anything that pops up that's going to be like financially a burden to you, okay? It looks like your income's improving, but there's just like that one little thing that's gonna, and I feel like this is mostly for those people that are else buying a home. You find the home of your dreams and you find out it has like a leaking roof, or you're doing renovations and they say, oh wait, you have mice in the walls, you know, something like that. So I'd just be mindful. I feel like that's a pretty specific thing. It's not going to be for everybody, but I do see it does look like house related, but it could be it could even be if you're a business owner, it could even be like your business has like flooding or something like that. Just be mindful of that. All in all, it doesn't look that bad. I'm sorry, I guess I'm literally losing my voice. I hope this helps.